God doesn't have to say, stop doing it, I'm gonna get you. It's like, stop doing it because it's coming. It's gonna happen. And so the insecurity we're carrying, the whatever it is, a lot of times it's because we haven't let God heal us, restore us, work in our lives and change us. And we're living life against the will of God for our lives. And we think, hey, we're just good people. It's not about being good people. It's about being people created in the image of Jesus. It's about being transformed by the Spirit of God living inside of us. It's about not a church meeting on Sunday. It's about walking away and being the church on Monday. That's what it's about. It's not about, well, did Tim preach a good message? Did he not preach a good message? Was that a good song? Was that not a good song? Was that a good event? Was that not a good event? It's about on Thursday afternoon, are we being the church? Are we inviting people? Are we telling people about hope and about Jesus? And if we're not doing that, we're living in some level of disobedience. Are we living a life that is a good reflection of the nature and the character of God? And if we're not, at some level, we're living in disobedience. Are we embracing our role as the reflection of God in the broken world that we live in? So let me pause that for a second. What if whatever brokenness you carry today, whatever stubbornness, because you know your flaws, right? We all know our flaws. Stubbornness and insecurity and worry and whatever it is, right? What if you'd have let God heal that back there someplace? What instead of saying, well, I'm just a hothead. I've always been angry. I'm just angry. That's just who I am. What if you'd have stopped making excuses for your anger or for your cynicism or for your grudge? And somewhere back here in the past, you came to God and said, you know what? I need you to change me. I need you to heal this area inside of me. What would have been different between here and there? Let's say you struggle with worry. You're just a worry wart, It's no big deal. It's just a worry wart. Just get all anxious about stuff and I have time sleeping sometimes. I get all upset and nervous. It's just normal, right? It's just who I am. But what if a year ago or 5 years ago or 10 years ago, what if back here someplace? What if you came to God and recognized, you know what, God? That my issue is worry is simply a lack of trust in you. And I repent today. The lie I've been believing is you won't take care of me. The lie I've been believing is that you can't provide. The lie I've been believing that when I walk through the valley, when I walk through the storms, when I walk through the dark moments, that you're not going to be there with me. God, this day I make a decision that I trust you. No matter how bad the storms rage and how bad they scare me and how dark the moment's going to be, today I choose to trust you. What would have been different? What would have been different? I could use the exact same thing as only if you'd have made that decision. What if you'd have made that decision? Let's just say, what would be different about church today if this week you'd spent time praying? If this week you took one day and fasted all day and prayed for this service or prayed for the lost people in your life or prayed for your pastor? What would be different if this week you just said, you know what, I want to invite these 5 people to come to church with me this Sunday? What would have been different? See, we don't want to think about that stuff. But what would have been different? What would have been different instead of staying up too late and coming to church too tired? What would have been different if you got up really early this morning, fired up to see what God was going to do this day? Open the Bible, started letting God speak to you. Maybe you should have come to church early this morning and started walking throughout the rows and praying for every single chair, but whoever may sit there this day. What would have been different? What would have been different if we came expecting an act of God today? Instead of just another church service. What would have been different? What would have been different if this week, as we got all this stuff going on in our lives, we got so busy and stuff, if the entire time we were consciously aware that we don't attend a church, that we are the church. That in that moment that you are the reflection of God.